Welcome to this special behind-the-scenes look at the recording of one of the most iconic albums in music history, the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Released in 1967, this groundbreaking album not only revolutionized pop music but also defined a generation. Today, we'll delve into the fascinating stories, creative processes, and innovative techniques that went into making this legendary record. The journey of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band began in late 1966. After their final concert in August that year, the Beatles decided to retire from live performances and focus solely on studio work. This decision gave them the freedom to experiment and push the boundaries of their music without the constraints of recreating it live. As Paul McCartney recalled, "We were fed up with being Beatles. We really hated that fucking four little mop top approach. We were not boys, we were men." Paul McCartney was the driving force behind the concept of Sgt. Pepper. He envisioned an alter ego band that would allow the Beatles to take on new personas and explore diverse musical styles. Paul shared, "It was an idea of mine. I thought it would be nice to lose our identities, to submerge ourselves in this alter ego band." This alter ego gave them the creative license to experiment with new sounds and ideas. The album's opening track, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, sets the stage for this concept. The sound of an orchestra tuning up, followed by the brass band's introduction, immediately transports listeners to a different world. George Martin, often referred to as the fifth Beatle, played a crucial role in bringing this vision to life. Martin's classical training and innovative approach to production were invaluable. He said, "We were breaking boundaries all the time. We were making records in a different way." One of the standout tracks on the album is "Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds." Inspired by a drawing from John Lennon's son, Julian, this song is often mistakenly thought to be about LSD due to its acronym. John, however, always maintained its innocence, stating, "I swear to God, or swear to Mao, or to anybody you like, I had no idea it spelled LSD." The song's dreamy and surreal atmosphere was achieved using a Lowrey organ and various studio effects. The shimmering sound was created by manually playing the organ Celeste setting, giving the song its ethereal quality. Another track, "A Day in the Life," is considered one of the Beatles' masterpieces. It combines John Lennon's haunting verses with Paul McCartney's upbeat middle section. The orchestral crescendo that bridges the two parts is a testament to George Martin's genius. He recalled, "I had to write out the score for the orchestra with instructions like, start very quietly and gradually go mad." The final chord, played on multiple pianos simultaneously, is one of the most famous in music history. The sound was sustained for over 40 seconds, creating an unforgettable end to the song. Recording Sgt. Pepper was not without its challenges. The Beatles and the production team often worked late into the night, experimenting with new sounds and techniques. Ringo Starr later joked about his role during these sessions, saying, "The biggest memory I have of Sgt. Pepper is I learned to play chess." This playful remark underscores the complexity and intensity of the recording process, where Ringo's drum parts were often meticulously crafted to fit the evolving soundscapes. Despite his humble take, Ringo's drumming on tracks like "With a Little Help from My Friends" showcased his adaptability and skill. The album also featured innovative use of technology. For the benefit of Mr. Kite, John Lennon wanted to recreate the atmosphere of a Victorian circus. Engineer Jeff Emmerich recalled, "John said he wanted to smell the sawdust, so we chopped up tapes of old fairground organs and calliopes and reassembled them randomly to create that swirling effect." This dedication to sonic authenticity was a hallmark of the Sgt. Pepper sessions. The track's unique soundscape was enhanced by using various tape loops and effects, adding to its whimsical and surreal nature. Paul McCartney's "When I'm 64" took a different approach, showcasing the band's versatility. The song features clarinets in a vintage music hall style, reflecting Paul's love for his father's generation of music. This nostalgic tune was one of the first songs recorded for the album, and its inclusion signified the eclectic nature of Sgt. Pepper. Paul's cheerful vocals and the playful arrangement provided a charming contrast to some of the album's more experimental tracks. George Harrison's contribution, Within You Without You, brought a completely different flavor to the album. Influenced by his interest in Indian music and philosophy, George worked with Indian musicians to create an authentic sound. He played the sitar and worked closely with musicians like the tabla player, Anil Bhagwat. The track's profound lyrics and intricate arrangements added a spiritual dimension to the album. The iconic album cover of Sgt. Pepper is a story in itself. Designed by Peter Blake and Jan Hayworth, it features the Beatles surrounded by a crowd of famous figures from history and pop culture. The elaborate collage included wax figures, cardboard cutouts, and live plants, making it one of the most recognizable album covers ever. Paul McCartney noted, "I thought, let's make the cover like a little bandstand. We'll have photos of all our heroes." The painstaking process of assembling the cover took several days, and its final design remains a symbol of the psychedelic era. The release of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band marked a turning point in music history. It received immediate critical acclaim and topped the charts worldwide. The album's innovative approach to music and production set new standards and inspired countless artists. John Lennon famously remarked, "Sgt. Pepper is Paul's baby. It was him getting away from what we were in the old days." This shift allowed the Beatles to explore new artistic directions, influencing genres ranging from rock to classical. 50 years after its release, Sgt. Pepper continues to captivate new generations of listeners. Its timeless appeal lies in its creativity, experimentation, and the sheer talent of the Beatles and their collaborators. As we revisit the stories behind this iconic album, we are reminded of the magic that happens when artists are given the freedom to explore and innovate. The meticulous attention to detail and willingness to push boundaries are what make Sgt. Pepper a true masterpiece. Thank you for joining us on this behind-the-scenes journey into the making of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. We hope you enjoyed these stories and gained a deeper appreciation for this landmark album. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more music history insights. Until next time, keep the music alive.